Gübe çadırın çöbürül suluvandı Seram temurarı indirmen cezunlay Duyi cikdun debrarı cingilo Oma huyum ben sırayman Guru bimanla Remin sarva sindi Seram temurarı indirmen cezunlay
Tashi Delek, everyone. Welcome to the foundation class. This is the class on the Dudjom Tersar Ngöndro. We are going through the commentary by Lama Thalchen Rinpoche. So we are using that very concise and very descriptive commentary by Lama Thalchen Rinpoche, sharing his experience in the Ngöndro as a foundation practice for all those who aspire to walk the Buddha path without any errors and to achieve the goal. So okay, so we'll first begin with the opening prayers. I've sent the link, so please download the text, and then please bring in mind the precious motivation of the Bodhisattva, that we want to bring all motherly sentient beings to the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood by all means, and to do so that we will engage in these opening prayers and engage in listening to the profound teachings and bring forth the understanding of the meaning of the profound teachings, and thereby engage in our life.
Sam Yemi Yun Dende La Mi Gula Chase La maison est tombée, Gami Sengi Todande, Modiri Dojanzeba, La maison la chasse. La mituni navgandro desemito tombena nanda sola lenipa la mitula chasete Shurang Ting Ye Le Nga Ri Dwa Dun Ye La Ne Rang She Da Gumbo Pa Me La So A Le Sa Lang Po An Chung Bai Chin Ye Lo Gumbo Pa Me La So A Le Sa Lang Po An Chung Bai Chin Ye Lo Gumbo Pa Me La So A Le Sa Lang Po An Chung Bai Chin Ye Lo Tane Le Dang Lo Che Ge Sa Che Ma Jö Do La Pam Ba Me Ba Dang Do Lo Che Ge Me Ju Ba Shu Tane Le Dang Lo Che Ge Sa Che Ma Jö Do La Pam Ba Me Ba Dang Do Lo Che Ge Me Ju Ba Shu Tane Le Dang Lo Che Ge Sa Che Ma Jö Do La Pam Ba Me Ba Dang Che Sum Ring Lo Che Zane Sa Sum Che Pa Pe Cho Sum
Now the 7-line prayer. Page 59, the 7 branches, and then mandala offerings and requesting the teachings. Dorje lo ben sangye ben de sum shon lai chanzen lo cho sum denbe shingjoro nime yeke chaksu ching e juro yeke namdru ben da be che ba shesu ngodru chowo chebe ge neje malu shambarangi choju korosum da be che ma chai che lai je ye da be taji jima me zo be janshu semge deshe wanshu semba la da ba sumge lubul tsera rambe gewanam dune janshu chotu mandala offering. Saji be chu ju she me do jam re ra le she ne de gem ba de Sangye Shin Dui Me De Pwa Ye Drogun Nam Dai Shin La Che Barai Sho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Today's teaching is about mandala offering, so this is what we are going to go through. And now requesting the teachings. Semche Namge Sambai Dan Loye Jedrai Jedawar Chichon Tunmon Te Baye Chege Korolo Korodo Sal Dembala Me Sangye Rimboche Jobala Me Damche Rimboche Dembala Me Geden Rimboche Chamne Gunjo Sumlai Chancelo Take Tuje Shakcha Reso Chung Shinge Mituk Dike Pongjom Sergei Limbo Tabur Jibeko Shacha Gyabo Shamla Chancelo Palden Sone Churter So Bale Kenze Ye Karangye Sandru Charbeb Ganjen Kiru Yonke Zuljen Chok Soke Dorje Rove Lamandu Lamandan Gombo Jenzen Jambe Yangla Chancel Kange Lodre Dibne Gender Netara Namda Rapsewe Jenne Dengen Jejin Section Nike Tokarelek Bamzin Kanda Sidbe General Mare Mentum Dunga Gezewe Roso Kunla Boche Tarze Yanla Dukcho Yandens Duktar Cherdron Yenmon Nilon Leke Chandro Delzeche Mare Munsa Dunga Nyugo Jenne Cheze Redina Dene Dachen Sacho Tarze Yenden Lezo Gyase Tuwe Ko Chutra Chudan Chunni Gent Dalu Munse Jambe Yangla Rabdu Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Omara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Omara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Omara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Omara Bazana Diomara Bazana Diomara Bazana Omara Bazana Dinde Omara Bazana Diomara Bazana Dinde Zende Keke Kenra Yuzerke Danle Dimomen Baras Kada Denje Shulu Tobaye Lodre Bobe Nawa Zendo So Chego Gundo Zambo Gombaye Dorje Semba Garam Dorje Nashire Senge Bardo Jenlamde De Dhamma Jenda Dandesum Zolchen Jube Lama La Sewade Ugen Pema June La Sewade Mense Rizin Dendor Jetzel Maon De Sheme Bataye Shab Data Pejun Getsa Robe Jigre Yeshe Dorje La Sewade Sange Kunye Shime Pema Jun Shinder Turbe Zenzen Long Chenje Kangi Yansi Trile Norbola Sewade Pso Jalme Jingelo Choke Lama Namke Getsabdo One Kurun Zin Shome Shendenche, Bebe Neljor Kundan Zolchen Ba Sange Dolce Shamla Sewade Ominche Geinge Podrandu, the Sum Sanje Kunino, Nitrang Simche Gungun Sum Denze Zawe Lame Shamla Sewade, Nelo Tompa Kewara Jinjelo Namkada Nyambe Semjen Tamjen Namkin Denge Dewa Lana Machi Bayang Dabra Zobe Janchu Rinpoche Chine Janto Baraja Deye Chedu Che Zamo Dene Suljindu Sente Tenyam Sulim Bragiwo Nyamba Samba Jachewa Janchus Kulon Down Tab Jachewa Sawang Aki Kulon Te Kulon Nambani Sel Tabde Sembarashu. Okay, so please bring in mind the precious motivation of the Bodhisattva, wishing to bring all motherly sentient beings to the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. I will listen to these profound teachings and bring forth the understanding of the meaning of these profound teachings, and thereby engage in my life. This is the vast aspiration of the Bodhisattva. This is the Bodhicitta. And then the profound skillful method of listening to the teachings through the way of what to adopt and what to abandon and so forth, as mentioned in the sutras and tantras. Please adopt all of those appropriately and then listen to the teachings. The subject of the teachings that we are going through is the preliminary practice. We are going through the commentary by Lama Thachen Rinpoche, and this preliminary practice is divided into the outer preliminaries and the inner preliminaries. So we are on the outer preliminaries right now, and then so here we are on chapter 5, the mandala offering. So the mandala offering is usually outlined as the accumulation of merit, which are the complementary, the complements or the favorable conditions that complement our practice. Tungen Drupa is like in order for us to accomplish the favorable circumstances. So the mandala offering is made in order to accumulate merit and wisdom, and is an antidote to miserliness. So it's an antidote to greed and attachment, and so all sentient life, including human, has two defilements obscuring Buddha nature. They are called two. These obscurations are the gross emotional states and the subtle habits of the emotions. So we talk about afflictive emotions, which are these emotional obscurations. Afflictive emotions are called the emotional obscurations. And then that affliction or obscuration that hinders knowing true nature is called the conceptual obscuration. So these are what are meant by emotional obscurations and conceptual obscurations. Merit and wisdom are the two methods of accumulation which purify these obscurations. So we talk about accumulation of merit, or perfection of merit and perfection of wisdom, or accumulation of merit and accumulation of wisdom. Through this two, then we become fully awakened Buddhas. Through merit, we accumulate or we accomplish the form body or the form kaya of the Buddha, and through wisdom, we accomplish the Dharma kaya or the empty form or empty wisdom form Buddha, like that. Merit and wisdom are the two methods of accumulation which purify these two obscurations. So remember that. Through merit, then we can purify our emotional obscurations. And through wisdom, we can purify our conceptual obscurations. On the path, the accumulation of merit and wisdom result in the attainment of the two kayas, the Dharma kaya and the Rupa kaya. The latter includes the Sambhoga kaya and Nirmana kaya. So Dharma kaya is called the formless kaya of the Buddha, and then Sambhoga kaya and Nirmana kaya, they have part form. So and then forms. So Sambhoga kaya is more like rainbow, and then the Nirmana kaya is more like rain. So Dharma kaya is like the sky. So it does not have any form. So anyway, these are ways to understand the three kayas. So Dharma kaya is the formless kaya. It's called the Dharma kaya. It does not have any form. And then Sambhoga kaya has half form, and Nirmana kaya has full form. So they are called the Rupa kaya, or the form wisdom body. The accumulation of merit and wisdom also result in attainment of the two purposes: the attainment of enlightenment for oneself, and the attainment of enlightenment with the intention of benefiting others. So through wisdom you attain Dharmakaya, which is the attainment of Buddhahood for one's own purpose, and through merit then we attain the form body, which brings the benefit of all other beings. So the attainment of Rupakaya is attained through the intention of benefiting others. So while on the path, we constantly generate this intention that may I bring benefit to all sentient beings, may I bring all sentient beings to the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. That intention is fulfilled when you attain Dharmakaya. It is, like as the sun shining and the light radiating simultaneously or instantaneously. That is what happens when you attain Dharmakaya, and Rupakaya naturally manifests. So it manifests because of that intention that we constantly cultivated while on the path, that we want to bring infinite or immense benefit for all sentient beings. So it is not possible to accomplish the enlightened state of Buddhahood without accumulating these two. So without, how do we accumulate merit? Is we purify our defilements and perfect the positive qualities. Through that, then we accumulate merit. And then through wisdom, or accumulation or perfection of wisdom, is knowing the reality or knowing the truth. Apart from this truth, there is no attainment of Buddhahood. So it's not possible at all for us to attain Buddhahood without relying on these two paths, the accumulation of merit and the perfection of wisdom. When offering the mandala, visualize giving everything you can imagine and more to the three jewels. This includes all of the wealth and qualities accumulated in past, present, and future lives. So whatever we had accumulated in the past, whatever we're accumulating in the present, and because it is driven by our intention that we constantly engage in this positivity, then we accumulate merit. Positive merit is harvested. So those whatever accumulation of merit that is accumulated in the future lives, like that. Visualize offering as Mount Meru. Mount Meru is now the center of our world system, surrounded by the four continents. Then there is the continent in the east, south, west, and north, like that. Between each of these four continents are two subcontinents, totaling 12. So altogether, you have 12 altogether. So 12 subcontinents and 4 main continents, like that, and then Mount Sumeru in the center. And the continents, the subcontinents, Mount Meru, are completely surrounded by 7 golden mountains. In turn, this is encircled by 7 oceans. The border surrounds the entire visualization. All this is called one universe. So today we'll go through this universe. Now multiply this visualized universe 1,000 times to create a 1,000-fold universe. In Khenpo Ngakchung's manual for the Longchen Nyingtik Ngöndro, there is this explanation, so I'll go through that one. So there is inside the arm bowl of Vairochana Hemasagara. This is Buddha Nampranangze. This is Gangchen So. This Buddha Nampranangze Gangchen So. He's the Buddha. And then, so we know, we have seen the image of the Buddha like that. So Buddha Hemasagara or Buddha Nampranangze Gangchen So is sitting in this way, and then in meditative gesture, and then he holds the arm bowl, the begging bowl or the arm bowl in his hand, like that. And then from the crown protuberance, Buddha has this crown protuberance, which is called the Ushnisha Vijaya. Holds in his hand the gesture meditation are 25 lotus flowers. So 25 flowers starting from the crown protuberance to the begging bowl, like that. So half of 25 is 12. So 12 above, 12 below, and the 13th one falls right at the heart of Buddha Vairochana Hemasagara, like that. the 13th one falls right at the 13. Okay, let's say, inside the arm bowl that Vairocana Hemasagara holds in his hand, in the gesture of meditation, are 25 lotus flowers, tiered one above the other, reaching up to his crown protuberance. The 13 being level with his heart, and in the middle of the latter's fresh pistil. So the 13 lotus pistil is one Saha universe. This is called Saha or universe, like the world system. One world system is there. Saha universe with 100 times 10 million worlds. That is 1,000 million worlds, like that. This is how the Buddhist way of counting the world system is, like that. These are actually attained through meditative absorptions. Longchenpa mentions, like here we talk about world system, the galaxies, and so on and so forth, like that. This is something like that. So you understand that in that 13 lotus pistil, right in the center is one Saha or one world system. With 100 times 10 million worlds, that is 1,000 million worlds, so like that. And so that is how we are calculating it. So counting the 4 continents, as we were, earlier we said that in the center is Mount Sumeru or Mount Meru, and the 4 continents, and the God realms as one world. So 1,000 of such world is called the first order universe of the 1,000 worlds. It is encircled by a single ring of iron mountains as high as the heaven without fighting. So there is the God realm called heaven, the many different kinds of God realm, and there are God realms going all the way from the desire realm up to this form realm God, and in that form realm there is this God realm called heaven without fighting. So even in God realm there is, like in some of the realms of the God realm, they are still fighting because of the past karma. The demigods are constantly driven by jealousy, that they fight with the gods and then they cannot avoid that fighting. So there are heaven where there is tormented by the jealousy of the demigods, so they're constantly experiencing fighting and so forth. But this world system here, then this is the heaven where the fighting, heaven without the fighting, so like that. That one is called now the first world system. This is the first 1,000 world system. So this is the measurement, or this is the standard of measurement that we will take. You understand there is Mount Sumeru, the 4 continents, the 8 subcontinents, and all of those things like that. This is called the first order universe of 1,000 worlds. So it's encircled by one single ring of iron mountains, and then the tip of the mountains go all the way to the heaven without fighting. So taking this first order universe as the unit of calculation, so this is like the standard of calculation, 1,000 such first order universes make a second order intermediate universe of 1,000 times 1,000 worlds. So 1,000 of that first kind of unit that we were taking becomes now the second order intermediate universe of 1,000 times 1,000 worlds. And in this, again, now there is the gods that surpass the heaven of fighting and go all the way to the first samadhi, the first meditative state, God realm, like that. It is encircled by a single ring of iron mountain of the same height as the realm of the first concentration God realm, like that. So first concentration God realm is formless God realm. In that state, in that realm, there is no more form. So goes all the way to the first concentration formless God realm. Now that becomes now the next unit of calculation. 1,000 of this second order universe make a third order great universal system of 1,000 million worlds. It is encircled by a single ring of iron mountain as high as the rim of the fourth concentration. So after the fourth concentration of the formless God realm, there is no more world system. That's like, because it transcends the world system thereafter. So, and it constitutes the domain of single Nirmanakaya Buddha. That becomes now the domain of one Nirmanakaya Buddha. So, for example, Buddha Shakyamuni, when he appeared, this is the world system that falls under his domain. So, one Nirmanakaya Buddha's domain is till this point, till this one. So, he comes to benefit this many world system when he appears. So, this is called the domain of single Nirmanakaya. This is just one example of 5 such Hemasagara Buddhas, because there are other 5 Buddhas, of other Nirmanakaya Buddhas, 5. So this is one example of it. Or if subdivided into families, the 25, and each of the atoms or petals and antlers of the lotuses, before them there appear an inconceivable number of distinct Buddha fields. Even in something as small as the tip of a hair, there are unimaginable numbers of Nirmanakaya Buddha fields, numerous as atoms therein. So this one, in the Buddha's dimension, it is mentioned that even in the speck of dust, that like partless particle of a dust, a partless particle, there are Buddha fields that are innumerous as the numbers of particles in the universe, or like that. And to take just one of those Buddha fields, in every microscopic droplet of sainted water that comes from each pore of the Buddha, each pore of the body of the Buddha, in that Buddha field, there is again an array of infinite number of Nirmanakaya Buddhas, and all the splendor and possessions of the celestial and human realms, and offer it all, adding to it everything that you cherish most, your life, good fortune, power, and strength. This is the offering of the ordinary mandala of the Nirmanakaya. It's very, very profound. Like it's. So that's how. I just wanted to read that one out so that you can understand. Usually in the Buddhist teachings and so forth, we always talk about the 3000-fold world system and so forth. You kind of what are these 3000-fold universe? So
Where was that commentary from?
This is from the manual of Longchen Ningting Ngöndro by Kempo Ngakchung. If right now we are kind of trapped in this small world, like we think that even this planet Earth and so forth, but then the world system kind of transcends, it kind of encompasses beyond that. In the Buddhist teachings, it's so fascinating to see that these great masters, they go into this meditative absorption and travel all of these world systems. So anyways, this is how we visualize. When you are offering, it's not just like the mere possession that we have or those kind of things. We emanate from our hearts all this world system, and we offer like that. So here Lama Thachan says, now multiply this visualized universe 1,000 times to create a 1,000-fold universe. So just like Lama Thachan was here, is kind of simplifying that unit or the standard of measurement like that. Multiply this 1,000-fold universe by 1,000 again to create the second 1,000-fold universe. It's called the first fold, the intermediate, and the great 1,000-fold universe. So like that. Multiply this 1,000-fold universe by 1,000 again to create the second 1,000-fold universe. So that becomes the medium or the intermediate 1,000-fold universe. Now we multiply this medium or the intermediate second 1,000-fold universe. Multiply this again by 1,000 to create the 3,000-fold world system. So it is 1000 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 1000. So that is how this 3000-fold world system happens. The 3000-fold world system is completely filled with everything the mind can conceive and more, including mountains of jewels, wish-fulfilling trees, wish-fulfilling cattle, unplanted grains and treasure vases, 16 offering goddesses who offer the 5 desirable qualities: form, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and so on. All 8 auspicious emblems, the umbrellas, golden fishes, vases, lotuses, white conch shells, endless knots, banners of victory, and wheels. It also includes the 7 precious aspects of universal monarchy: the wheels, wish-fulfilling gems, queens, ministers, elephants, excellent horses, and generals, the wealth of gods, nagas, and humans, and every conceivable quality of abundance are all offered. The outer universe is completely filled with all these qualities. Make the mandala offering with pure devotion and without clinging. In this way, the outer mandala offering is given to the 3 jewels, like that. So when we make the mandala offering, we make the mandala mudra like this, offering mandala mudra like that. And this is Mount Meru. You see here, Mount Meru in the center, and then the 4 continents like that, and the 8 subcontinents surrounding it like that. All of those. No, the 16 subcontinents like that. So, and then the tradition of making offerings like flower or water, flowers, incense, lamp, perfumed water, and food offerings, and all of those things are all the gesture of offering the mandala offering like that. So that's the outer mandala offering. The inner mandala offering is the offering of your body, possessions, and all merit accumulated in the 3 times, past, present, and future. Your body is the same as the outer world or universe. Your torso symbolizes Mount Meru, your arms and legs the 4 continents, and your eyes the sun and moon. In offering your body, think of all the other bodies you have had throughout countless lifetimes, the body you now have, and all the bodies you will have in the future. Think in the same way about all your possessions from past lifetimes, in this life, and all of the possessions you will have in the future. Look at how much merit you have accumulated in the past, are accumulating now, and will accumulate in the future. Then consider not only yourself but also the accumulation of others, such as Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The amassing together and offering of all that has been accumulated throughout the 3 times is the inner mandala offering. Since there is no wisdom in an offering made with attachment, those offer these things without any expectation that you'll get anything in return. So usually when we say the inner offering, it's our aggregates, all our body, our feelings, our perception, our mental constructions, our consciousness, and so forth. So then this is how we make the inner mandala offering. So but when we say form, feeling, perception, mental constructions, consciousnesses, and all of those, so the 5 aggregates are what consists of the inner offerings like that. And when you make these offerings, along with this, and all possessions, all that you have, and all the merit that you had accumulated and will accumulate in the future, and all of those, and also whatever is within this universe, all the merit that is accumulated by Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and ordinary beings, and so forth, we gather together and we make. And here Lama Therchen says, if you make any offering with the intention or with attachment, then it is all worldly offering. But then we make this offering without any expectations. Like usually we say, if I make this offering, then I will reap good karma. I'll experience the result of making this generosity. So my next life will be better. I will have more possession in my next life, or I will accumulate the good karma, the good result of this positivity and so forth. So that is called hope and expectation. I mean, you're expecting the result of the good karma of that action. So that is all the sign of attachment or hope and expectations like that. So we need to offer this without any attachment. So when you should not have any kind of expectation. So this is how we make the inner mandala offering. In the secret mandala offering, the three kayas of the Buddha fields are offered to the three jewels. The secret mandala offering is the suchness, the nature of how things truly are. It is beyond conceptualization. So these are the secret mandala offering is the nature that are truly existing. We bring in our mind and we emanate that, and then we offer this one. In the secret mandala offering, the three kayas of the Buddha fields are offered to the three jewels. The three kayas, the Dharma kaya, Sambhoga kaya, and the Nirmana kaya, are the display of the Buddha's body and wisdom, manifesting as Buddha fields. These Buddha fields are offered to the three jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. So that's how you offer. The perfectly pure state, utterly pure from the beginningless beginning. So this is beyond our conceptual mind, because the absolute nature is perfect from the primordial beginning, which is Dharmakaya. That is what is offered. It is the unobstructed potential to manifest clear luminosity, the display of Sambhogakaya, or we say spontaneous presence. Inseparable from Dharmakaya, the display of Sambhogakaya, spontaneous presence, is inseparable from the primordial purity Dharmakaya. Spontaneously perfect. This aspect of rich, joyful qualities manifest as the Buddha fields of the five certainties, the certain time, place, teacher, teaching, and retinue. These five certainties refer to the five definite qualities. For example, in Nirmana Kaya, there is no certainty, there is no definite. For example, Buddha Shakyamuni he is considered Nirmana Kaya. So when he emanates or when he manifests as the Buddha, those who have faith and devotion perceive Buddha as the Buddha, but those who lack faith, they perceive or they see Buddha Shakyamuni as an ordinary person. So there is no definiteness in Buddha Shakyamuni's manifestation. So like that. And likewise, at times Buddha is in this place, and at times Buddha is in another place, like that. The place is not definite, and the teachings that some followers hear teachings differently. The teachings are not definite, and likewise the retinues and the place and retinue and the time and so forth, like that. But Sambhogakaya, everything is certain, everything is definite. So definite time, definite place, definite teacher, definite teaching, definite retinue, like that. This great display of joyful phenomena is the state of the Sambhogakaya. From the Sambhogakaya, an inconceivable display of pure phenomena arises unobstructedly, pervasively manifesting as form. So from this spontaneous luminous state manifests all of these wisdom, so which are non-conceptual, all manifesting non-conceptually. The unobstructed pervasive energy which manifests as every possible positive form is the Nirmana Kaya. And when we talk about Nirmanakaya, this manifestation, there is no impurities whatsoever, because this is the manifestation of wisdom. So it manifests as everything positive, and then there is no defilement whatsoever. So that is the Nirmanakaya. We realize that these three kayas are completely inseparable. So they are not separate. It's just like, we talk about the sun and the sun's radiance, and then the function of the sun's rays striking on different objects and so forth. Or at times it's given the example like the moon and the moonlight, and then the function or the activity of the moonlight that falls on all the objects. So anything that has the reflective quality, for example, like the water and the ocean and the lake and so forth, it reflects the moon. But then if there is no reflective qualities, the moon is not reflected. So, or the moonlight kind of hits on, but if the cave is facing on the wrong direction, the moonlight does not shine in that cave. So the intention of the Buddha is unconditioned. So it's here when we say Nirmanakaya, is referred to great compassion and wisdom. So everything is positive. There is nothing compounded. So everything, and it strikes impartially on everything, but whether it reflects or not is totally conditioned to that. For example, I gave the example, like if there is no reflective quality, it does not reflect, but it is unconditioned that it lights or shines on everything impartially. Realize that these three kayas are completely inseparable. All relative outer, inner, and secret offerings are perfected in these three kayas, the state of ultimate truth. Here the one who makes the offering, the object of offering, and the offering itself are not seen as separate from the three kayas. So this is wisdom offering, where there is no ego, where there is no I, where there is no concept, because the offering is non-conceptualized. To whom this is offered is non-conceptualized, and then these offering of the offerer and so forth. So these three are called the three cycles. So one, what is offered, to whom it is offered, and what is being offered and so forth are non-conceptualized. So in a non-conceptual state, offer with this understanding and realization of non-duality. This secret mandala offering is the unsurpassable and supreme offering. The outer and inner mandala offerings accumulate merit, while the secret mandala offering accumulates wisdom. So earlier we were talking about how we accumulate merit and how we accumulate wisdom. So through the outer and the inner mandala offerings, we accumulate merit, while the secret mandala offering accumulates wisdom. To make the mandala offering, you will need two mandalas. So mandalas, like on the shrine, you see, like there, mandala offering. Then you need two mandalas. So you need to have two mandalas like that. The first is called the mandala for the support of accomplishment. So one you place on the shrine. This is called the mandala of the support of accomplishment. Is placed on the shrine and visualized as a refuge tree. So when we are doing the refuge and all of those, we bring in mind the refuge tree. There are 5 branches, or the 5 lotus petals of this tree, and then in the center is Guru Rinpoche, your Lama in the form of Guru Rinpoche. In the front are the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. On the right are the Bodhisattvas. On the left are the Arhats and so forth. At the back are the 84,000 teachings and so forth. And from the top down, all the Lamas of the wisdom lineage, the symbolic lineage and the oral lineage and so forth, coming down to your teacher like that. And then in front you have all the lamas, idams and hakinis and the Dharma protectors and all the offering goddesses like that. So this is how you visualize the refuge tree. Similarly like that, when we are doing the mandala offering, this is how we visualize. So the mandala support is the symbolism of that refuge tree. So that becomes the support mandala. This support is made by filling 3 rings placed on a mandala pan with piles of offerings totaling 37. We usually say the 37 heap mandala like that. So you can learn that one, like, this is the base is the surface, the golden ground, and the iron chain mountains, and then the Mount Sumeru in the center, then the eastern continent, the southern continent, the western continent, the northern continent, and the 2 subcontinents of the east, the 2 subcontinents of the south, the 2 subcontinents of the west, the 2 subcontinents of the north, and so forth. And then then you go on the wish fulfilling tree, the wish fulfilling cow, and those and so forth. So those, if you learn in the 37-point mandala, you'll understand this. So then this is how we are visualizing. If you do not have these rings, then put a mandala pan piled with rice on the shrine. Usually you just have the pan, and then you can kind of soak the rice slightly so that you can kind of crunch them together or kind of pile them together, and then you can make like 37 heaps on the mandala pan like that. So you can pile mandala pan piled with rice on the shrine. So that is the first mandala, which is the support mandala, the mandala of accomplishment like that. And then now you have the accomplishment mandala that you use as you recite this one. The second is the offering mandala, which is held in your lap. So usually you have a big handkerchief or a big like that, and you have one bag where you have all your gems and your grains and all of those, and then in your hand you hold the mala like that, and then you also hold the mandala pan, and then first of all you sprinkle the bumpa water and you rub and clean, and then do all the visualization, and then you pick up the grains of rice, and then you start pouring and reciting like that, and then dropping on each of the places of the mandala like that. In addition, you will need rice, seeds, grains, or precious stones. Precious stones are the best. So then when we make mandala offering, that's the best one. So the best one is to offer precious stones, diamond, gold, silver, and those kind of things. Then the medium are to use semi-precious stones and so forth. And the least is to use grains and so forth, grains and rice, all of those kind of things. So precious stones are the best. If you use rice or grain, color it with saffron. So usually you dye it, it becomes yellow when you wash it in saffron and so. Visualize each single grain of rice as 1,000 or each grain of rice as 3,004 word system. Yes, each of these grains becomes a 1,000, the 3,000 word for system, as we described earlier. As described before. Sit with a cloth draped across your lap to hold the pile so that the rice doesn't fly all over. So you just have like that. Hold a bit of rice in the palm of your left hand like that. So you take a pinch of your right hand, hand formed in the mudra of the Vajra fist like this. Vajra fist just like that. When we're doing the thing, but usually you'd have it like that, but at this time you are holding the grains in your hand like that. Hold a bit of rice and the pan in your left hand. Your right hand form the mudra of Vajra fist, like that. Hold a small amount of rice between the thumb and the middle finger. Recite the 100-syllable mantra while rubbing the underside of your wrist. So like this. This one and this one you cannot rub. So you sprinkle a little bit of rice, and then when you first start the accumulation, you recite the 100-syllable mantra. Om Bandhara Sato Samaya Manopalaya Bandhara Sato Denopati. You go clockwise 3 times and counterclockwise 3 times. So recite the 100-syllable mantra while rubbing the underside of the wrist on the mandala pan in a clockwise circle until you complete 1 recitation. Then drop a rice between the finger of your right hand back on the pile on your lap, like that. With the same hand, pick up a handful of rice and make 7 piles. So then in the center, Mount Sumeru. In the east, eastern continent, southern continent, western continent, northern continent. And then the sun and the moon, like that. So those are the 7 piles. So center, east, south, west, north, and in between Mount Sumeru and east, sun, and in between Mount Sumeru and then the western continent, the moon, like that. So sun and moon all together, 7. So okay, here back in the pile. With the same hand, pick up a handful of rice and make 7 piles on the surface of the pan. The first one is the center of the pan. The first one in the center of the pan represents Mount Meru. Then make a pile above the center one, along to another to the right. So there's 1 pile in front of the center, 1 to the right, so we go like that, 1 below, and 1 to the left of the first pile. These 4 represents the 4 continents. Make the 6th pile in the same place as the 2nd pile, so that's in between the Mount Meru and then the eastern continent. And the 7th pile in the same as the 4th, so the Mount Meru and the 4th one, like that. These last 2 represent the sun and moon. So once you have made the 7 heaps like that, after you finish making the piles, wipe the pan clean with the underside of the wrist in clockwise direction, like that. You wipe all the grains that had fallen in your palm on the pan, like that, and you kill so that they fall on the handkerchief down there, like that. That counts 1 accumulation of the mandala offering, like that. The offering will fall into the cloth. Think of the mandala plate as symbolizing the purity of your mind. As you rub your wrist on the pan, the action of rubbing the Bodhicitta nerve, so this here is the Bodhicitta nerve, which passes through your wrist, purifies your mind, mind's obscuration. So is the accumulation of merit as well as purifying our obscuration, so like that. This is how you do. So there is also the image of the mandala offering there. In that one you have the 37 offerings, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17 is the Nirmanakaya offering, then the Sambhogakaya offering in the center, and the Dharma, like that. This is how you kind of go. So there is the illustration or diagram, like that. As you make the mandala offering, recite the following 2 lines. So then in our Ngöndro we have the mandala offering lines, and you go Tserab kunge ludan long chempel, Soni zochir kenjo sumla bul, Tserab kunge ludan long chempel, Soni zochir kenjo sumla bul, Tserab kunge ludan long chempel, Soni zochir kenjo sumla bul. So Then when you are actually doing the accumulation of the Ngöndro, then you have to have these mandalas. Some you have to have, and then make the grains, and timely you need to change the grains so that the mandala grain doesn't become moldy and all. You change them. If you are using the semi-precious stones and so forth, you wash once and rinse nicely and dry them, and then you reuse them like that. But the grains you don't reuse. Grains once you take out and then you kind of separate, and then you kind of take it to the forest or park and feed the birds, or can throw it in the ocean or rivers like that. So that's how you make the mandala offering. One recitation of these 2 lines is one offering. So you kind of say that one set up like that, and you wipe like that one, and you pull one bead. Again you pick up like that and you rub like that, and then again you go in the center, east, south, west, north, in between 2 like that. Again you say that, you recite the mandala offering, set up like that. So one recitation of these 2 lines is one offering. Accumulate 100,000 of these mandala offering recitation to complete this part of the Ngöndro. So the 5th part of the Ngöndro is the accumulation of merit of the mandala offering. So we need to do 100,000 of the mandala offerings. During daily practice, when you are not working to accumulate, the mandala mudra can be used. So like when you are doing the mandala, the daily offerings or daily prayers and so forth, we just use the mandala. Again, it's on figure 8 or that. At the end of each session, visualize Guru Rinpoche dissolving into yourself and all sentient beings, and feel that you have accumulated vast merit and wisdom. This is the skillful method or skillful means or method used to accumulate merit and wisdom. So when you are about to stop like that, you visualize that by making these offerings, all sentient beings accumulate merit and wisdom, that they are now able to enjoy the wisdom dimension, all the wisdom dimension. So all sentient beings have completely perfected, and then like that, you visualize once like that, and finally all the refuge field dissolves into all sentient beings like that, and then you complete or you end your session. That's all you do. So that ends the mandala offering and also the teachings like that. You have any questions? Mm-hmm.
Kimbo, I have a question about how to make the offering of the secret mandala offering. Because like with the inner mandala offering, when you're offering your body and the senses, all the 5 senses, and you're giving up, you're going to giving up that all of those things. And then the secret mandala, it seems that like if I was to give up, if I was to offer the Dharmakaya, like all I would be visualizing is like all of the experiences I have. But that seems wrong.
In the outer mandala offering, you are offering all material possession, like the world's riches, anyone's, like the world's the millionaire or whatever, all of those billionaires, and those they're offering their possessions and so forth, all the beautiful, like the parks, the state parks, the lakes and ponds and mountains and views and so on and so forth, like that. You offer all of those like that, the beauty like that. The inner offering is offering your aggregates, your body, your speech, your mind, all of those, whatever references you have, and then you offer that. In the secret offering, you're just relaxing. You're not. There's no concept brought. You're just resting, and then whatever is there, it's all natural. That's what you're offering. So in the secret, it's the suchness. So there is no. You can just kind of bring in mind the true nature, that everything is the innate nature, everything, its nature, spontaneous, really perfect like that, and its energy, pervaded within each and every beings like that. You can just think like that. That's the way to make the secret offering. So you don't have to concept. You just kind of course, you just relax at that time. Just bring in mind the true nature. Let me see how I visualize when we're doing the basic space is primordially pure, timelessly pure, basic space. Yeah, basic space, and our awareness it's radiant. That radiance is not created by anybody. Our nature is, our awareness is, the luminosity of the radiance never diminishes. It never kind of dulls or goes out like that. And appearing, manifesting all colors, all different kind of colors like that. And everything manifesting as samsara and nirvana, and Buddha feels like that. That is the thing like that. And that's offered to the Dharma Lama. That's the offering of Dharma. So just bring in mind the true nature, that everything is primordial purity. My awareness is primordially pure and spontaneously perfect, manifesting as all this manifestation of samsara and nirvana, but pure by nature, like that. So that's how you visualize. You just kind of think two things there, basic space, basic space, and awareness. Basic space, primordial pure. Our awareness is uncreated. Our awareness is naturally pure, and always manifesting the 5 colors of the 5 lights. And this is what manifesting as the 5 lights, which manifests as samsara and nirvana and so forth, pure by nature. This I offer.
So the thing that catches me up is the word offer.
Yeah.
It's like I don't feel like I have it.
Releasing is offering.
Release? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because letting it be is the offering of it. Then we know, we conceptually know, basic spaces like that. Our awareness is like that, but then we kind of grasp, and then just they're inseparable like that. That's the offering.
Thank you.
Okay, so then we can do the dedication. So please practice in this way, and buy yourself mandala offering hands. Yeah, with one for the shrine with that, and that one has the diagram of the 37 heaps.
You don't see it in there.
Don't see that?
Yeah.
Don't see that? Yeah, but I can send you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the center one.
Yes, it's in there.
This is the one that has.
I just kind of showing the video. Just,
That's
Yeah, that's the one that has. Oh, that's
not the biggest thing.
it looks like this. It kind of looks. Like that.
That's the
So anyway, I'll share. Okay, page 62. So then the merit that we have accumulated, we dedicate for the Buddhahood of all sentient beings in general, and then particularly dedicating that may all sentient beings connect with the light of the Buddha, and then they purify all their defilements and blossom all wisdom qualities and attain Buddhahood. And together with that, all pacifying all negativities of this world and blossoming all positive qualities, and sentient being enjoying the wealth of abundance of all good qualities. Sonam de Tamje Sigbani Tomne Nepe Donam Pamje Shin Kega Nache Balong Tuba Sidbe Sole Drowa Rasho Jambe Pao Jitara Kemba Dan Kundu Zambo Deyan Dejen De Dan Gungi Jesu Dalo Chin Gewa De Dan Tamje Rabdo De Sun Shepe Gewa Tamje Ki Ngowa Gangla Chodu Ngakpat Dagi Gewe Tsawa De Genshan Sambo Che Che Rabdo Ngoragi Janshu Semcho Rinpoche Mage Banam Ke Juruchi Ke Banyamba Meban Gone Gondo Pewarasho Janshu Semdai Midrashin Janshu Chelai Shewa Sange Namge Yonsun Shin Dike Lena Bambarasho Janshu Semba Namge Roden Tula Gondro Sho Gombo Yeni Gangong Ba Semjen Namla Dejur Semjen Tamje Dedan Denjuru Jing Endro Tamjen Tando Dong Parasho Janchu Semba Ganda Sanju Dedan Gunge Melam Do Parasho Gewa Diye Gewa Kun Sonam Yeshe Sozo Sonam Yeshe Lejung Wen Damba Kuni To Parasho Rinchen Getso Deye Dowa Kun Tando Dambe Chedan Midrash Ranshin Dene Zoba Tarchene Chenga Drobe Jeden Zebarash Pende June Demba Peljuruche Tsera Kundo Chela Chejuruch Gelkam Kundo Tashi Gejuruch Dogun Chamche Sange Tobarasho Chezu de Lama Ko Kam Zangwara Sewa Chodu Kutse Ringwara Sewa Chile Darjin Ge Bara Sewa Lama Dan Jewa Me Bara Jingi Lo Gandu Gebe Gewa Tamje Tore Yenden Dinden To Barasho Kemba Tatu Chedan Trejur Surjin Drube Rangwang Ye Barasho Derian Lama Damba Nejej Nindan Tsendu Chelai Che Barasho Cheto Nene Ningbo Dendro Tsede Sebe Jansu Garwarasho Seba Dambe Chera Tenji Shembe Rulai Chonge Me Barasho Labchen Jenden Chore Me Bar Tamche Chamche Sange To Barasho Chesu Deyan Ninde Kelko Choke Tadru Kundu Dagjuruten Loje Bemo Rabdo Sange Demba Darjenge Barasho Lungre Tebe Michel Dribbler Menga Sambe Tezom Munachon Gomjo Yeke Nelo Jejen Shera Sumge Nawai Ge Barasho Kenlo Chesum Ringlo Zamling Sasum Chabaran Ben Roju Chosum Nawad Midre Desum Gele Sho Nandra Rexum Langa Chegwe Kuda Yeshe Rabar Jamle Be Zavsan Aljur Chembe Nyamle Yerme Tuke Tigle Roje Sho Kewa Kundu Yangda Lama Tralme Cheke Bella Lonje Chen Sadan Lamge Yende Razot Palden Lame Gopan Nuruto Sho Om Ahom Benza Guru Bema Sede Om Ahom Benzan Guru Pema Sindhi Hum Om Benzan Guru Pema Sindhi Om Benzan Guru Pema Tejengsa Benzar Samaya Sindhi Pala Om Benzan Guru Pema Tejengsa Benzar Samaya Sindhi Pala Om Benzan Guru Pema Tejengsa Benzar Samaya Sindhi Pala Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. Take care and stay well. Practice. Tashi Delek.